morning, everybody. It's Carolyn. I'm here to share another channeled message from the Light Keepers, a group of angelic beings I channel for your awakening and ascension journey support. So today we're going to talk about divine timing, but we're going to talk about how it unfolds along your journey, because divine timing is the foundation of everything that happens with us. And we don't understand that as humans, and we get all torqued up about things and all worried and all concerned. So we're going to talk about how you move through your journey knowing that divine timing is here, and how you can kind of botch it up as you go along or make it more difficult for yourself. So we're going to talk about that today, but I'm going to start with the channel, and as I always do, then I'm going to come back and kind of talk about the channel and unpack it a bit, and then from there I'm just going to give you some more information like I always do. So thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Carolyn. I'm a channel, I'm a distance energy healer, and I'm a spiritual awakening mentor, and I offer these channels for your support along your journey. So for those of you who are new, thank you so much for joining me, and for everybody else who always comes back, I always love seeing you again and reading your comments. So below in the description box you can sign up for my email list. You're going to get a channel a week from the Light Keepers who offer you their messages of support. So sign up, you'll get a free video on flow, how to create it within your body for health and wellness, and then that'll send you over to the email list. So again, thank you so much. So what I'm going to do is start reading the channel, and then we'll get right into kind of some of that conversation. All right, here we go. What is it of those that come together of like minds, having been apart for so long, we say? For many are coming back together now, we say too. And it is not just partnerships, but things you never imagined are now in your vortex. Simply put, when you step aside, not bound up by the human concerns and worries in your day, and let flow come, it is all divine timing that is then available to you. For as you put the boulders in your way along the stream, the difficult thing it is, the energies do not match the divine. And a boulder gets placed here and there, and pebbles that then get in your way block the flow every day. And then you build a dam of all time. No more is it flow that is available to you in your day or divine information. But then you begin breaking down the walls in your way, conquering your fears, and wondering too how you can continue to control this. But when you let go of your fears and work through them, and let all control go, you unbind the heavier energies that keep you aligned with divine timing. For things will come in your way, even smoother when you let it go and ease in, surrendering to the flow. The boulders removed, the pebbles too, smooth flow you find, and then the mystery and magic comes into your life unexpectedly in your day. Do not put up walls for what you find that comes your way. Throw the pebbles off to the side and let those boulders roll down the hill in time. Now the smooth, crystal clear waters of divine timing will be able to come in your way. The things you always wished for and may never have expected because you worried and you were concerned and you were controlling your life in the human way. For as you journey, you understand that the way of the human is not necessary. For anything you wish will fit into your day, as you just let flow come, we say. For divine timing is allowed when you get out of the way. It is an energy. You must understand it. A different vibration when you let in all of what you have held back behind the dam. More ease comes your way, beautiful things designed for you today. This is the human struggle, the secret of life, to let your fears go and slip away. Surrender to what will come your way, and do not wonder and force and try to think about what the possibilities are, and all of the things that could come your way too that would block anything beautiful for you. For your life is set up in stages, and if you just let it flow, it will unwind. You will experience beauty in your life, and of course things that are of struggle, but you will get through them too, for divine timing will always lead the day. We leave you in light and love this day, now and forevermore. The Light Keepers. So this one was so powerful because it really speaks to this visual that I've had for such a long time, and I've shared it with you in a couple of videos in the past, but I've never talked about it in full. It's the visual of the stream being our journey, okay? And that what happens along the way is that beautiful crystal clear water can get all mucked up. So I'm going to talk about that today and how we still end up with divine timing, but how we can make it so much easier for ourselves if we just let flow happen and we just let it go. But it is so hard as a human because we have all these emotions and we have all this history of things that were done to us. And it's not just this life's history. I'm here to tell you, I've told you that before. We bring in things from our past lives that affect us too, and we don't understand them. Most of us don't know our past lives. But if you know your past lives, you can kind of start to unwind that too. But the point in this is being able to not have to attach what you're feeling in your journey to a thing, but to feel the feeling and to understand it and try to grasp where it's coming from. But anyway, those are the things that gunk up the stream as we move down our journey. Now, and I'm gonna walk through the visual that they have in my mind, and we're just talk through this. So if you look at the stream as your life journey, and as we've said, that divine timing is available to you. Well, what do we do as humans? We're like, okay, well, what's that mean? And what's coming next? And help me understand what it is, how I'm going to feel, and what I should do about it. And that's just who we are, right? Some more than others. But being in the flow allows you to just experience that moment. But this is a practice process for us because we have not been taught that it's the moment that counts. So as you're going down the stream of your life journey, here's the thing. Beautiful, clear, crystal waters for a while, right? Now you have a path you're taking. You already have this established path from the plan of your incarnation. Now, some of you might say, I can't believe I would have planned that. You did, because here's the thing. We have so many lessons to learn. We have karmic lessons. We have a lot of things. We have people we're supposed to meet. They're over and over again. Every single day, we're learning our lessons and we're flowing down the stream. Now, we get to milestones in our journey. So what they're showing me in my visual right now is the stream, but along the way at different parts of the journey, what they're showing me is they have flags along the side of the stream. And they're these red flags, kind of like the triangle flags. Don't ask me why. Anyway, so they're markers. That's divine timing. Okay, that's divine timing and what they're saying. Okay, when they're saying when an event takes place in your life, oh, highly unexpected. Oh, okay, or something you had put out as a manifestation that is now here for your claiming. Okay. Oh, I have chills. Okay, so that's okay, so what happens with the milestones? You have a big situation happening in your life. Okay, I'm just going to throw some things out that they're putting in my face. Relationships. And I'm not talking just romantic relationships, because we have a tendency to, when we say relationships, think romantic. I'm talking about everything, everybody that crosses our path. And you can look back in your journey and you can think, the people that you don't forget or the instances that you don't forget, even if they were for like a split second, you remember them, you know that those were important to your journey. But the point is, they're saying along the stream of your journey, of your life journey, you will have milestones that will come. They will be milestones that were set up for you, things that will come your way, relationships, events. I don't know, we're going to just throw out like a job these are the big high level things. There's so many other kinds of things, right? Experiences, financial situations, you name it, anything. Milestones coming your way that are either of divine timing, okay, and those because the divine timing is what you set up in advance for you to have happen, because we plan our journeys. And whether it's of struggle or strife or beauty and light, and you can argue they're all the same. Oh, they just said one side of the stream or the other. Okay. Oh, so, okay, they're talking about crossing the stream. Okay, so they're kind of showing, like, all right, this is just for our purpose of understanding. One side of the stream is beauty and light. The other is difficulty and strife, because we have to have that in our journey. So what they're showing is sometimes you cross the stream and you have a really difficult situation you're dealing with, but it's all part of your divine timing plan. Typically not something you're looking to manifest, is what they're saying. Is that accurate? Oh, okay. Okay, they just said the struggles and strife side of things, those situations that pop up. Oh, okay, they just said are of either karmic due, or a new experience you needed to have of struggle and strife. Because guess what? That's how we learn. So on the other side, we have beauty and light, which we all have, that And see, that makes so much sense. They're showing two sides of the stream, but the waters flow. Okay, so your life journey. So they flow, the beauty and light and the struggles and strife flow in between each other, all right? And they intermesh. But you have these milestones along the way. Again, of either manifestation, something you manifested along the way, which we've talked about manifestation. We're not going to get into the detail of how this all works today. I just want to talk about this big picture. And then the other things that are actually set up for you in divine timing. But what they're trying to say to you is it's all divine timing. Manifestation is all divine timing. You know, we put that thing out there that we're desiring and then we let it go. But the thing is, when it shows up, it's meant to show up. And what we do as humans in this journey is we make it more difficult for ourselves. So that's what I want to talk about next. So what happens along the stream, you're flowing along, like I always say, journey your life like the leaf on the stream. What's the leaf do? The leaf can't do anything. The leaf just flows in the stream and it ends up over on the bank, and then all of a sudden more water comes and rain and it washes it away and then it just flows gently with the stream. That's how we're supposed to live our life, even with difficulty and strife. And that is super hard as a human because we come with all these emotions that we want to share and express and that are awful sometimes, and we don't know how to handle ourselves, and then we get out of control and ungrounded. So what do? When our milestones show up, especially the ones of difficulty and strife, and even the beauty, and I'll talk about that in a minute, we put boulders and pebbles in the way of the stream. So they now are showing me, and for the last 3 days, this is all I've had in my head, is this stream with boulders. And I knew there was a channel coming and that I needed to do a video. But what they're showing me is as we are traveling down our stream, right, we have two things that happen. We have either a side route, okay, think of a river or a stream, like the main channel often has little, okay, they said it's tributaries, Carolyn, little tributaries or little parts of the stream that you can go off on. But yet what they're showing me is then that hooks back up with the main stream. So what that is along your journey, you know, we take choices along our journey that we may not have thought possible. We may be a big adventurer and explorer, and we're like, nope, I'm not going down the mainstream. I'm going to take this little path, and I'm going to see what happens. Oh my gosh. You know, sometimes those are super risky. Sometimes we don't know which is which, right? We're not supposed to. This is our plan. That's the human experience, being able to explore and adventure along the incarnation plan that you had. So we do change it up, mix it up while we're here, because we have that choice. We have free will. That's the little tributaries or the little streams that go off the main channel. So you may take that journey and have this great adventure, and then, you know what? Eventually you come back to your main path, the mainstream that you're floating down. And as you're moving down those journeys, how are you experiencing them? And this is where things get gunked up, because what I want you to know is you will, in your life journey, experience what you intended to experience. However, this is where it feels like maybe you aren't. When we start throwing, oh God, they just said all the trash. Okay, and they're showing us like throwing trash out into the stream. It's baggage is what they're saying. It's okay, undone. They just said undone things from the past, hurts from the past. Okay, they just said subconscious things in the past, and that's hard. How do you know, right? Things we've done where we've shamed ourselves. Again, that's a human thing, shaming, guilt, all the human heavy emotion that shows up, even anger and all of that. Anything that's outside of, and I know this sounds Pollyanna-ish, outside of love for ourselves and others. And so much of what we junk up the stream with is so much about what we do to ourselves. And we either feel we're not worthy, or we, let me just give some examples. We feel we're not worthy of that person that has just showed up. We feel we're not good enough for them. We feel like the financial abundance that is coming our way is not due us, like other people are able to have that. And just abundance in general. We do a lot of the turning a blind eye to the favors that are brought your way, that are meant for you, but that you push away by your human energy of emotion. Oh, and they're really talking about unworthiness, because if you recall, so much of this awakening ascension journey is about us discovering ourselves and getting rid of all that stuff we've done to ourselves and others have done to ourselves and we've let happen over the years, and we're just letting that go so we can flow down the stream. So we gunk this up. Those are the pebbles we put in our way. And then guess what? Some of those pebbles, as we obsess and think and worry and wonder and all of that, they grow into boulders. And then we just put another boulder on, we put another rock. And oh my gosh, before you know it, you can't even get through to keep going through on your journey. The water's trickling through the pebbles and the boulders. It is so hard to get through. And then guess what happens behind that? All the trash starts showing up and it gets held behind the dam that you have now built of your path and your journey. So what happens, and I have a gazillion examples from my life, maybe I'll try to give you some here, where what's happened is you're still flowing, but oh God, it's not going the way you thought it would. Now, this isn't your conscious mind saying, oh, it's not going the way I thought it would. You know, your soul self, your inner self is saying, okay, look what you're doing. Look what you're doing. And lots of times that's where the hard lessons come, because we have to break down the dam. So we get ourselves into pickles because of things. I haven't said the word pickles in ages. We get ourselves into pickles because we do the building of the dam. And again, you can think of examples in your life where you just made things more difficult, right? Because of how we looked at things, how we looked at ourselves. And then the trash builds up. And what happens, and this is the good part, okay? And this just came to me the other day. And when they were talking to me about this, they said, but you still are learning. You're learning how to break down that dam, break down those, throw those pebbles away, roll the boulders down the hill, and reclaim the stream of your life that you're on, the incarnation journey you intended, because those milestones are still there. You're still going to get there. But what we've done is we've either slowed the process down. Now, you can argue all day long there's no time, and argue too that you're supposed to go through that. And I don't disagree. But my point in this metaphor is that we oftentimes cause our own problems, and oftentimes we'll think it's other people doing things to us. Oh my gosh, things always happen to me, blah, blah, blah. It's all in how we deal with them and how we start to break down those boulders and start going inside and understanding, oh my gosh, this is where this is coming from. Wait a minute, can I deal with this differently? Wait a minute, am I blocking something beautiful coming to me because of my mindset that I've had all my life of how my life is supposed to run? All those things. And so we throw those boulders away, we throw the pebbles away, we sneak through, and our milestones are still there. All of that is still coming. We've just slowed the process down and had to go through the dam and get through the dam and pick those boulders and throw them away. So as we travel down the stream of our journey, guess what? As we go through awakening, we start to become, as you well know, consciously aware of things we weren't even consciously aware of before. We just kind of blindly went through our lives before, but now we see. They just said that. Now you see. Okay, now they're going to go into some kind of poem, I think. Now you see into the deep inner awareness of who you truly are. And that once you have this awareness, oh, you know, you are no longer blind to the understanding that you are the one that lays claim to all the boulders and the pebbles in your way, and or the smooth flowing stream. Your journey is one of light and bright, and yes, struggles in your day, but you choose the way. See? Oh, I have chills. Whoa. Okay, so I want you to know all those milestones are still there. It doesn't matter if you're gunked up back here with the pebbles and the rocks and all the stuff you've put there to get to what you want to. It just might not be in the same kind of way you thought as a human, but it's all still divine timing. Your milestones are there. They're set in the sand, okay? And then you are traveling to get there. You don't really even know what those milestones are in your human way of living, but trust the process. The more you let things flow, the more you understand that whatever you're going through, whether it's an amazing situation that has come your way that you never expected, and then you start to angst over it, and you start doing all these things that we do that are like, oh my God, what is this? Rather than saying, okay, let's just see what happens. That's the key. is if we just let that go, it's so much easier. Even in the difficult times, when these really hard times come, this is where they talk a lot about being the observer. What's happening here? Why is this coming my way? Understanding deeper why you're feeling that way. Anger, suffering, emotion, all of that. And that's not bad that you feel that way. That's how we learn. So you are on this stream of divine timing throughout your journey with milestones along the way that you intended that you will get to in your incarnation. So again, like they say, divine timing always leads the day. If you take that and use that as your anchor point moving forward in your journey, oh, yes, it's a struggle. But at the same time, as we awaken, we become more aware, more conscious, more able to step outside ourselves and look on the inside and go, what the heck is going on? So today, I hope this has helped you understand that we all have this stream, our incarnation journey, our path that we're on. We may take some crazy routes, but we're still going to stay on that path. Like I've told you before, we have milestones along the way. We will reach them. They're not these ones that we sit in our human form and create a project plan on necessarily. We can manifest things within our larger journey, but we already have milestones set up for us to have the most beautiful life. And beautiful life includes struggles and hardships. It does, because that's how we grow and how we learn. So as you are journeying through your day, through your weeks, through your months, through your years, be thinking about the stream. What pebbles are you throwing in it? What blockades are you creating? What boulders are creating that big dam that then causes you to sometimes lose hope, to sometimes turn it inward on yourself, and then just get stopped in your tracks, and no more do you have flow. Now the dam is going to break down at some point, because that's just what happens. You can think about it. The water, dams always break. This is a really good analogy they're giving me now, or metaphor. Dams always eventually break when there's too much water. And that's what's going to happen on your work journey. Your dam's going to break eventually, and it's going to be one way or another. And oftentimes that dam breaking is the awakening journey, where you have your dark night of the soul, which we've talked about long and hard. But my point is try not to build up pebbles and boulders along your way. We're all going to do that. But if you understand what they are, you can start examining them and going, okay, I know what this is. Get it out of the way so that you can flow in your journey more smoothly. Keep it in mind as you go through the difficult times and the beautiful times. Where are you on your journey? Is it a side route you've taken? Is it a milestone you've reached? Is it gunking something up that is actually really beautiful for you? So hopefully today you've taken one thing forward on your journey, even if it's the metaphor of the stream, and then you kind of figure out how that works for you, because it really fits for our awakening and ascension journey. So thank you so much for joining me today. I'll leave you with purplerainhealing.com, where you can see all of my services of channeling, distance energy healing, and spiritual awakening mentoring. I would love to work with you, and thank you again for being here.